national musical back then. We didn't have that last night.
No, but you can't hear the guy.
I can.
Get out of my way.
They can. In the recording, you'll be able to hear it.
Well,
It'll be all right.
I kind of missed the guy.
Yeah, I know, but unless we do like earbuds or something,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't. We don't really need him.
Oh, I got to turn that light off though. Fancy meeting you here.
I know, right?
What are we talking about today?
Oh, talking about some stuff and things. Things that people should know.
Like who's your enemies?
And who's your friends?
That's a good thing to know.
Keep your friends close. And your frenemies closer.
Your enemies in the books.
Yeah, well,
6 feet under.
Right.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah, but you can't really have enemies. It's...
Well, not as a cast member.
Yeah, I mean, you
as
can.
As a performer, I mean, if the character is written to be the bad guy,
right?
You know,
which some of them are.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some frenemies.
We have, we have plenty of frenemies.
I mean, actually, I like the guy as an actor, as a person. He's amazing. We'll talk about him in a second.
Of course.
Let's get into this.
Let's do something. Season 2 already. Ugh.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
I'm Rob.
I'm Keith.
And we are the Renaissance Rascals.
We are.
Today we're going to be talking about friction.
Friction. Good friction.
Good friction.
Well, friction creates fiction.
Well, good fiction has good... good fiction has friction.
Yes. Thank you.
That's what one of my writing coaches used to tell me.
Well, it makes perfect sense, though.
Not everybody can be friends.
No, not everyone.
Sometimes you have to have an enemy.
A frenemy.
A frenemy, if you will.
A frenemy, if you will.
So that's very important because when you're crafting your role on any festival,
right,
or any scene, really. Let's just say scene.
A scene.
When you're crafting a scene, every good scene has the stereotypes, the archetypes, if you will.
Well, of course.
You've got your protagonist.
Yes.
You've got your antagonist.
Ah, yes.
And you've got the filler people in between, right?
Right.
So your antagonist definitely doesn't necessarily have to be the bad guy.
No. I mean, generally, that's what it is, but...
Generally.
It doesn't have to be.
But
sometimes the good guy's the bad guy.
Ooh, give me an example of that.
John Wick.
But he's not really a bad guy, is
he? He killed like 50,000 people over a dog.
They deserved it.
Well, yes, they do, but...
They deserved it.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, he's not a good guy.
No, he's good at killing.
Yes, he's kind of a bad guy.
Bad profession.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can go with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. Just right off the top of my head. That's what I was thinking.
All right. But every good scene has somebody that you're rooting for.
True.
And somebody that is not necessarily a good guy.
Right.
Like they're there designed that's why the word antagonist.
Yeah.
You know, they are there to present a reason for the protagonist, the hero, to exist.
Right.
At that moment, in that scene, whether that's throughout the story, because like you've got, so let's do Robin Hood. All right, let's dissect Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Your protagonist is typically going to be Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Okay. Your antagonist is typically the sheriff of Nottingham, but he's not the bad guy.
No.
The bad guy is John, right? King John. Or Prince John at the time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, no, in Robin Hood, it's
Yeah.
Oh, who's the guy?
Which guy?
The guy.
Which guy?
The guy. The because you got the sheriff of Nottingham.
Uh-huh.
But then
he answers to Prince John.
Does he answer Prince John?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm thinking?
Yes.
Of? Okay.
Yes. You know, it was during the one that we like. It was he was played by my favorite guy, Alan Rickman. Yeah. So he was Prince John.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Three Musketeers and the Cardinal.
Okay, let's go that route because the Cardinal was the bad guy.
Yes.
But Rochefort was the antagonist.
Yeah.
But the antagonist actually switched in that movie between Rochefort and what's her Rebecca De Mornay's character.
The
Sabine.
Yeah.
You know, the Duchess of whatever.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Anyway,
I got you.
But the antagonist for the scene shifted with the bad guy being Cardinal Richelieu,
right?
Which even behind him was the Duke of Buckingham.
Right.
So there was a little bit of nuance in there. So every single one, and even then you can go to at the very beginning of Three Musketeers, D'Artagnan was our hero, right? That's who we're following. We're following D'Artagnan.
Sure.
And then he goes through and he meets the Queen, and the antagonist is the guards,
right?
That he ambushes because he thought they were just two girls being chased,
right.
But it was actually the Queen and her lady in waiting. So every scene that we're talking about, there's a protagonist, there's an antagonist. The antagonist is eliciting some kind of response, if you will, to the scene.
Right.
So when it comes to what we do, we are really talking about more along the lines of who's helping to propel our scene forward.
Correct.
We can take a look at the Great Pirate Arrest.
Yes.
Our antagonist was
the sheriff,
the Lord High Sheriff. We didn't have a bad guy.
I'd say for all intents, well,
No,
I mean, if you looked at it, it would kind of be
The king.
The king.
Yep. The king was the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy.
No,
but
in our story, he was.
For the scene,
yeah,
he was the bad guy because the Lord High Sheriff, or you could even wager to say it was the Lord Mayor.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dirty Lord Mayor.
Dirty Lord Mayor.
So what we're talking about is you have got to have something to bounce off of. Does that person or that enemy, that person need to be present? No, absolutely not. No. You could even have it be a fictional creature.
They don't even have to be real.
No. Can be an amalgam of your imagination.
Yes.
That is what we're talking about. Yes, I like amalgam.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I like the way you slipped that in there.
Yeah. So what do we mean when we're talking about actors though? Like,
well, let's look at so let's take your character.
Okay.
Captain
Yen Chang.
Yep. So who would be your antagonist?
That's a great question. Our overall, my overall arching enemy would be the Emperor, the Ming Emperor. Right. Okay, that would be my overall arching enemy. My antagonist would be the Spaniards.
Okay.
Because historically traveling down through around Asia into the Horn of Africa and up into England, there's a blockade there with the conquistadors in the Philippine Islands.
Okay. And then, but let's narrow that down to Larkspurshire.
Larkspurshire. The Lord Mayor, the King. He's an antagonist. I don't hate him, but he represents and embodies government and law.
Right.
Okay. The Lord Sheriff.
Of course.
Because he's a corrupt agent that I have to pay off.
Yes.
And then various other people, depending on what the scene is at Larkspurshire.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That makes it like at times, like I'll give you one scene, a scene when you were gone, and I was walking around with Flim Flam and Don Alejandro.
Okay.
In that essence, if we were taking it from Yen Shang's point of view, his antagonists at the time are both Flim Flam, who is my buddy, character-wise and actual-wise. I like the dude. He's a really nice guy. And Don Alejandro. Character-wise, can't stand him.
Yeah.
Because he's Spanish.
Right.
However, professionally as an actor, I admire what he does. He does some good things.
Yeah.
You know, he's entertaining to watch. But that's where it's like you've got to have that scene, because usually you have somebody that's at odds with someone.
Right.
If you don't have that, better example, man. Somebody stole my flag.
Someone did steal your flag.
Okay, we got our flag back, and have since replaced it with a better
bigger one,
better, shinier flag.
Yes, we did.
But that was the antagonist to the story for our overall arching,
Yeah.
the Rascals arching story for 2023 season, or 24 season, sorry. 2024 season. That was, and it was done all in good fun. It was done in all in good
Of
taste.
course. Yes.
We had some tasks that we had to do, but that was first. Squirrel was our antagonist.
Yes.
Now we don't love. It's not that we dislike Squirrel.
No, not at all.
As a character, nor as a player.
Right.
Was just good. But if you don't have that, even within us, there's friction sometimes.
Sometimes
that we fabricate, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, we create these moments where we have to have that friction in order to create a scene.
Correct.
So when you go into a scene, what we're really talking about, guys, is that you have to have something. If it's just two buddies that are sitting there talking, and they both absolutely like everything about one another, and they agree about everything. First off, never going to happen.
No.
They're not going to be friends for very long.
No.
So it's not real.
Right.
And that's what we're really getting at, is when you are creating a scene for somebody to watch, you want it to have substance. You want it to be real. Otherwise, it's not believable.
Correct.
It's just you going on about, oh, the sky is wonderful and Scotch eggs are great.
Which is both fair statements. I agree with that.
And that's the end of the scene.
It's a great scene.
Yeah.
Especially if we go get Scotch eggs after that.
That would be like that's why you have to have that friction, though.
Right.
Because you want to have that somebody going, well, I don't know. Here, let's start that over again. I'll be con. You be pro. Okay?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Let's be argumentative.
Okay, let's be argumentative.
Yeah.
Go for it. Start it off.
Yeah.
You lead.
Oh, the Scotch eggs are wonderful today, aren't they?
I don't know. What's a Scotch egg?
You've never had a Scotch egg?
Never heard of it once in my lifetime.
Oh, it's a fantastic thing. It's got meat and just wrapped around an egg.
So you take an egg
Yes.
and you wrap meat around it.
Yes. And then you...
Is it raw?
No.
It's not raw.
No, hard-boiled egg.
How do you wrap the hard-boiled egg inside of meat?
I don't ask magicians how they do their magic.
Okay.
It just happens that way.
Well, why is it good, though?
Oh, just the flavors.
I don't know. Have you ever had a good bowl of noodles?
Why would anyone want just a bowl of noodles?
Well, because they're awesome.
Not as awesome as a Scotch egg.
I would beg to differ.
Okay.
But then again, I haven't had a Scotch egg.
This is true.
So what we have to do to solve this argument is I will procure us some noodles.
Okay.
You procure these eggs.
I will.
And we share.
Right.
And then we figure out which one's better.
Well, it's going to be the Scotch egg for sure.
I don't know.
Well,
you haven't had my noodles.
Well, this is true.
See?
All right.
That is a good example of friction.
Right.
Where it's not necessarily, oh, hey, you suck, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Which that's where a lot of people think that you have to go.
Yeah.
You have to have those polar opposites.
Yeah, and that's kind of, when you talk about your character development, even before you get to the scene part,
right,
is to find out, okay, who's my character, what's their motivation, and then look at it and go, all right, who would be my allies, who would be my enemies, And then you can even, throw the third one in there, who's kind of right in the middle as frenemies, but let's not overcomplicate that situation. And not everyone can just, obviously the easy pick of doing enemies is, the king, the queen. I hate the king. I hate the queen.
But see, okay. It doesn't have to be a specific person, though.
No, but that's what everybody goes to. Oh, I'm here to kill the king. I'm here to kill the queen.
Well, and that's like you would ask me who's my as Yen Shang. Well,
right.
the Spanish.
Yeah,
and it's not any one specific person. It's just the Spanish.
Oh, no one likes the Spanish.
Of course not.
Yeah,
it's just stupid Inquisition.
No one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition, though.
I do, because I don't like the Spanish.
True. But yeah, so you got to kind of break down your character. Put some thought.
You don't like the Scots?
No.
There you go. It's not any one in specific.
No, it's just all of them, because the problem with Scotland.
Too many Scots.
It's full of Scots.
Yeah.
But
that's where we're talking is guys. We're talking about, like, you do have to create that friction built into the character, because if you don't, then you wander around and you're like, oh, I don't know who I don't like. And so now you're making it up on the fly, which, improv is all about making up things on the fly, except for the root of the character. You can't do that on the fly. It doesn't work. You will forget 9 out of 10 times what your character stands for.
Correct.
And if you do that, I want to play with you, because I'm going to get you to hate everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's kind of where, like I said, when you're fleshing, out your character, think of someone, okay, I want this person as an ally.
Ooh, I got a good example of that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, actually. So at Larkspurshire, we have a blacksmith.
We do.
And we have a carpenter.
We do.
And we also have innkeepers.
We do.
Okay. Separately, the blacksmith and the carpenter, they're at odds with each other.
Oh, yes.
Because, wood's better than metal, metal's better than wood.
Right.
And then you have the innkeepers in the middle who are like, well, we use both, so we like both of you.
Correct.
But they will argue with each other.
Yeah.
And in real life, they're really good friends.
Yes.
But they created that dichotomy.
Yeah.
Where you've got one on the other, and they I love watching them because they're funny. They're like bickering little brothers.
Yeah.
I want to send them both to the corner.
Yeah, they're great.
They're hilarious. I love working with them. But that's what you're talking about, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's creating that backstory of your character,
potential,
and the motivation. It goes right along with the motivation of character. Why are you here? What are you doing?
To steal things and eat Scotch eggs. Oh, you're not asking me. You're asking them.
I was asking them.
Okay.
But don't worry. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you can't go wrong with a Scotch egg.
No. Especially when they're free.
Oh,
that was cool, man. Master Dave, shout out.
Dave, thank you. Yes, yeah. So at the Queen's Pantry.
If you today's unofficial sponsor.
Today's unofficial sponsor, Queen's Pantry, makers of the decadent Scotch egg.
Scrumptious.
Ooh, yes.
Scrumptious.
They are.
Decadent, scrumptious.
Yes, if you guys want to prepay for some Rascal Scotch eggs,
yeah, you can
feel free.
Yeah.
Master Dave did it.
That really shocked the hell out of me, man.
Oh yeah, they're already paid for. Like, what? That guy.
That was a late Scotch egg because I can't remember what.
Well, we got busy doing something else.
We
didn't make it
something, and we couldn't get to it.
Yeah,
I think it was Pirate Weekend.
It was, no. It was we were doing something. We got pulled away. Right. When we were going, but that was
cool.
It was still good though.
We
still got him.
Yeah,
we still got him.
But that in that essence, Master Dave was our ally.
He was.
Now, if Master Dave had decided to post himself in front of the Queen's Pantry,
right,
and said that he was none shall pass type of thing,
he would have had to go.
I would have kicked him in the knee.
Yes, and I would have ran around and grabbed the eggs.
There you go.
Well, I would have hobbled around and grabbed the eggs.
There you go. No. What was it? Cattywomple?
Oh, yes, I will cattywomple my way up to the eggs.
Yes.
But, yeah. No, so, same kind of thing, though. You know, so think of who is going to help you. So when you're fleshing your character, you know, find your motivation. Why are you in Larkspur? You know, why are you there?
Yeah, not
You know.
not just because it's festival. That's
Yeah, it's a festival.
That's kind of
Yay.
bland.
You know, great. Okay, cool. I mean, that's why everyone else is there. But why did your character come to Larkspurshire? Who would your friends be? You know, who is the last person you want to see there? You know, and like I said, don't think, oh, it's the king and queen. It's so gross when people do that. You know?
And
Like, put
it's
some
a
thought
crutch.
into it.
It's a crutch.
It's
really
just
is
an
a
easy
crutch.
answer.
Yes.
You know, you see all like the people come in as like assassins or things like, I'm here to kill the king and queen. Okay,
Now, you know what's more fun than trying to
you're
kill
never
the-
gonna get you're never gonna get close.
No.
So
you know what's more fun than trying to kill the king or queen?
what's that?
Trying to find information out about what the king is doing.
Yes.
Like, what's his plans? Like, everyone always thinks of, like, I'm an assassin. Okay, first off, cool. We talked about this before, where we have different trends that show up
Yes.
at festival.
And we'll cover this in another show.
Yeah. The trend of assassin, it's if everybody in the crowd is an assassin, who the hell are you all trying to kill?
Yeah.
And like, John Wick, like that's a great example.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh well, I'm an assassin. Okay, cool. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
And first off, why'd you just tell me that?
Yeah, you would never say that.
Especially with my buddy Lord Robert Adelborn, one of the royalty here,
Yeah.
the military arm of His Majesty.
Yeah, that's well, you know, it's like, you know, we go back and we say about the pirates as well. You know, they're 200 years too early, and you would never walk around and go, I'm a pirate, because you'd be the shortest lived pirate in Larkspurshire.
Oh no, I started
know.
telling people I was part of His Majesty's Navy.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's like, you know, yeah. So I mean, it's we try to put some thought, you know, creating that whole backstory.
Yes.
You know, or I mean, it doesn't even have to be an enemy. It could be someone that you don't like,
Someone you just disagree with.
but you have to work with that person to.
I'm looking at
for,
you.
for an end goal. Yeah,
I'm looking at you
too.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, yeah. We're not necessarily friends.
Now we're partners.
Yeah, we are.
And I can't fire him. I've told him if I fire him, I'm gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, you know.
But so I'm trying to think of a good example of a frenemy.
Oh, I got one for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, a good frenemy would be somebody that's at odds with you. Well, like a direct competition of you.
Sure.
So pick a royal, any royal. In the structure of history, the royals were always trying to get closer and closer to the king.
True.
You know, so yours could be Lord Pembroke. You could be in direct competition with Pembroke because you're both nobles,
Yeah.
and you have to be friendly with one another because we're at festival,
Right.
and no violence at festival. Secretly, you could be like at war with each other,
Yeah.
and you're trying to undermine him, and you got agents that are not at the festival that are doing things.
Allegedly, I'm doing that.
I mean, supposedly,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
mostly.
I'm totally doing that.
We are now.
along with all the other nobles that are there.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like within the nobility is the easiest one to define. Frenemies.
Yeah.
Because you're friendly towards one another by edict of the king,
Right.
but you may not like each other because maybe his castle isn't built on a swamp,
Yeah.
or maybe he's not married to a hag.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Got you married right off to Lucinda. That was hilarious.
Sure did.
So it's one of those things. Even then, in that essence, your wife could be your frenemy.
Yes.
I'm in love with her, but she doesn't like me, or anything like that. It's the great thing about creating a character. When you create that character with nuance, you're giving that character and yourself as the actor more options and more paths to take,
Right.
especially during improv,
Yes.
because
And
none of
that's-
it's scripted.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it opens up so many different avenues of where you can take, that whole scene, whether it's, like us who just start with an idea and we go, or it's something that we actually scripted out to go, all right, we need to hit this point, this point, this
Right,
point.
and I mean,
You know.
there are a couple of instances where you and I have scripted a couple of things.
Yeah,
But that's because we were usually involving somebody else,
right.
and that's when we want to let them know, hey, I'm going to say something to this effect.
Yeah, there's going to be some keywords.
Right.
Here's a general idea of what's going to happen.
Right. That's generally how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah,
We have an idea, folks.
that's all we got.
And that's what we're trying to get everyone to understand is that, like, somebody asked me during festival, how are you able to come up with these ideas? How do you and Keith operate like this? And I said, honestly, it's we understand each other's characters,
Yeah.
and we know each other as actors. But I know, more importantly, where he wants his character to go off of. Keith and I actually talk about this before we show up to rehearsals.
Yeah.
We're goofing off when we're doing rehearsals,
Oh, sure.
because it's not showtime yet,
Yeah.
and because it's not scripted, we like to do silly things, especially when we're performing with you guys out there. But we know, I don't know exactly what Keith's gonna say, but I know his character. I know the background story of his character. I know who his character does not like. I know who Keith personally does not like to engage with. And it's not because I don't like the way that they look. Well, no, it isn't looks. It's the mushroom people. He doesn't get them
Oh, the mushroom people.
because he wants to make a dad joke.
Definitely my enemies.
Well, because mold is never a good thing in a castle.
Exactly. I don't care if they're fun guys or not.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
I was set
Little
you up
mushroom
there.
joke.
Yeah. So setting up friction on in between scenes that it does take a little bit of planning,
Yeah.
because you don't want to come across as being mean or giving or coming off as violent. Like malice is not the malcontent is the right word. Malice or malicious is not what you want to be.
No.
You don't want to come across as a violent person, more as a malcontent person. You're not happy with the current situation.
Yeah.
Not, oh, that guy's bad. Now, granted, there are people that their characters are built around the idea of, I'm the biggest, baddest swordsman. So to this, I like to default back to my journalistic teachings of says who.
Yeah.
Says who? Who says you're the biggest, baddest swordsman in the village?
Yeah.
It could be the blacksmith, like
Could
Will
be.
Turner.
It could be.
It
Yep.
could be somebody else. It could be the innkeeper, or maybe it's the princess. Maybe she's so well learned in swords that's why nobody goes after her.
Yeah.
So to try to make a final statement when you're creating the character, and what I mean by final is it's irrefutable. It's irrefutable because you're saying it is. Well, that's no fun, because essentially what you just told me is I'm only willing to play if you play by my rules,
Right.
and that's not a good way to play. I classic example. My first year on cast. I was a little bit hurt because everybody's like, "Oh, he's a pirate." I'm like, I don't dress like what you think a pirate looks like.
Right.
I dress like an Asian seafarer, like somebody from China, from Cathay. But everybody was like, "Oh, he's a pirate," because we all knew what was written on
Right.
the spreadsheet, flowchart, whatever you want to call it. Order of hierarchy, that's what it was. Now, I was incensed by that because I was like, well, now you guys just took away everything that I wanted to play. But that's the thing, is that in my head, because I hadn't done a lot of improv, I wanted it to go a certain way, and it didn't.
Yeah.
So I had to, with the help of a few friends, I had to learn how to be more nimble mentally nimble, more agile with my acting abilities. And I did the work to get there.
Right.
And I will tell you that it's very easy
Oh, yeah.
if you ask.
Yes.
And that's the key. So when it comes to friction, you don't want to, you want to create something that is like, think sandpaper, not a boulder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's but you want to use the friction as well. It's like, so like last year, like I started the rumor that Lord Robert was after Flim Flam.
Yes.
Because he sold me a bad batch of dripless candles.
Yeah.
And so I told him about it, and so I would just walk up to people and start asking them, have you seen him? Have you seen him? Da 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 da. And then it was slowly getting back to him, hey, this guy's looking for you. And that's what, we never actually interacted that scene at all that day.
Right.
But the word finally got around to him, hey, there's this guy looking for you. What's going on? And that was the whole thing of planning that little bit of friction so that way I could do my thing, and then on his side, he could have his scene going, oh, no, that's not what happened, da 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 da. There's no refunds, no warranty on that, but we had an interaction without actually having an interaction.
Right. But
so
you created friction for a ambient friction within the village.
Yes.
And by that it's like whenever you look at the scene in its total view, you're looking at all of these people are at the festival, they're trying to have fun, they're trying to enjoy their time, but now here's this wet blanket of a lord that is throwing a fit over something that happened.
Yeah.
And it throws that little bit of friction in there. And sure, it doesn't get seen by everyone.
No.
But if it's there, you can play off of it. This is why when we build our characters, we think about, okay, who do you not get along with?
Right.
Like, and why? Now, personally, I've tried to take it, and this is something that I'm working on for next year, because Keith and I were talking about this. We need to have something for not just one individual, but every person on cast.
Yep.
Like every character, we need to have a reason why either, oh yeah, I like that guy, or and Keith and I don't, Lord Robert and Yen Shang don't have to agree on it. Like I like Princess Saren.
No.
Why not?
Yeah, she's Irish.
She bought a bunch of silks from me.
Yeah, but she's Irish.
She put money in my coffers.
Yeah, but she's kind of feisty, that one.
Oh, that's what I like.
Right. Yeah, all right, maybe.
So we're trying to figure out a way to, and Keith and I are going to talk about this over the next few months, and we may very well allude to a lot of this in coming episodes where you guys will see kind of like, oh, cool. This is kind of what they're thinking and why they act this way around certain people.
Yeah.
Because when you go to, and I hate doing this, but I'm going to have to do it. When you go to like a big theme park,
Yep.
all right, and they have a very wide selection of characters from good guys to bad guys, all right, you will notice that those good guys and those bad guys, they will do little interactions, little spurts of audiencing, so that you understand. Like, I remember I went a few years back, and Gaston was looking for the Beast.
Right.
And he came around the corner, the kids were sitting there, and he goes, I'm hunting. Have you seen the Beast? And I thought it was neat.
Yeah.
Well, we have to do that for all of the characters that are on cast. We have to find a reason. Because that makes sense. It makes sense on how it's a village. Everyone knows everyone.
Right.
Right? That's the understanding is that everyone knows everyone except for the patrons and the patrons. We don't know who they are.
Some of them.
Some of them we do.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the mass 90%.
Right, yes.
We have no idea who your character is until you introduce us and introduce yourself to us. And then, depending on how you're portraying yourself will depend on how we respond.
Yep.
Which is the way that I feel we're supposed to do it, yeah?
Yeah.
So Now, if I could turn around and I meet you for the very first time, and my name is Wayne Brady, and I am the Lord of Muckety Muck.
Yeah.
And I'm here to trade for guns. Oh, really? Well, I'm Captain Yan Shang. I might have something that could help you out. I'm looking for flintlock firearms to bring home. I've got an abundance of good black powder and saltpeter, though. And I know you're going to need that. Have you got that? No? Well, come, my friend. Let's go have a drink.
Yeah.
Share a Scotch egg, and maybe we could figure something out.
Right.
Like that kind of interaction. You know what I mean? Like that could be fun. And I want to elevate our everyday just encounters with people. And I encourage you guys, play along. Have fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like let's do it. Let's do it. Make the magic. Let's make the magic happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And I see a lot of people, coming in this. I mean, it's their character, and like I say, you can do whatever you want with your character.
Sure.
But a good thing to always keep in mind is keep it within reason.
Sure. But what do you mean by within reason?
So if you're coming in and you I'm the king. No, you're not. we already have a king. So you're not going to.
I got a response for that.
You're not going to get the reaction that you think you are.
You're gonna get Monty Python.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Monty Python.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're gonna get. Most people in the festival will turn around and, oh, you're a visiting king.
Yeah.
Or oh, I didn't vote for you.
Which in the grand scheme of things means nothing to us.
That's right.
We have our king. That's who we answer to.
Yes.
You're just some king from somewhere else. I don't know who you are.
I had somebody introduce themselves as I'm king such and such.
Yeah.
And
I'm like,
I said,
great.
I said, oh, must be a small place because I've never heard of you.
Yeah.
And the guy was just like,
what? Oh.
I mean, dude, what do you expect? How you feed me that? What do you want me to?
Yeah.
How do you want me to respond to this? Like, oh my lord,
yeah,
your majesty. Like, there's only one majesty, and as a visiting character from the East, that means absolutely nothing to me.
Yeah.
There is only the emperor.
Yeah. Our king means nothing to you.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Oh, sure.
I've seen his ships.
Oh, he's
They're
great.
shite.
Yeah. We do what we can.
I mean, come on. But that's one of those things where it's like you have to figure out where you fit in the story. Because that's what's going on, guys. When you go to a festival that is established, we'll put it that way, not a pop-up festival.
Yeah.
Even some pop-up festivals, like the one that we do in Santa Fe, that has a story.
There's still a story.
There's a story.
Yes.
Some of them, it's just, it's this festival, and it's just, okay, cool. Find out the story.
Yeah.
Figure out how you go in. I promise you, it's gonna increase your fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you can figure out, someone, even if you go in with like a group of friends.
Oh, that's even better.
Did
you see the one with the group that there was like 12 of them? They went as the nuns from the Hidden Valley.
Oh yeah, that's I mean,
white, green, and blue. That was their colors.
I mean, once again, I don't get it, but yeah, okay.
It's being kitschy. They're being funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Yeah.
And they were saying, let the ranch be with you.
Yeah. See, we're mixing things here.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious. It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, it's a dad joke funny, but
I'm
it's
a purist.
Funny. You're a purist?
Yeah.
So what? You only like Italian dressing? What?
No. I'm like,
I get what you're saying.
We've had this conversation a lot. But.
It's tough because within the grand scheme of things, some people's characters are built a certain way, and it's hard for them to accept like the fantastic and the mythological when their character is rooted in historical or parallel to historically
adjacent.
Right. So I can understand that, like,
or in my case, completely made up.
Yeah, well, yeah. Which and that same thing with Yan Shang. He's a figment of my imagination that I created based off of a historical idea. but it's one of those things where it's like there's a huge difference because I don't believe you see fairies, do you? As Robert Edelborn?
No,
You don't see fairies.
no.
Meanwhile, Captain Yen Shang, because the East is very much rooted in mysticism,
Right.
I see them all.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it is like I will stop, and this is funny because this has actually happened in real life, or actually out on the streets in Larkspur. I will stop and talk to somebody that's dressed as an elf or something like that, and Keith is just standing there obliviously looking around. Which is great because the customer is like, what's his deal? Oh, he can't see you.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe, so he doesn't see you. Like I was it a little girl?
Yeah.
The little like 12-year-old girl or something like that.
Yeah, she was young.
She was a little girl, and
Like,
she was
what?
she was dressed up like an elf, and I went and I introduced myself, and I said, "This is my friend, Lord Robert Edelborn III," and she goes, "Hi, nice to meet you," and Keith, like a champ. And it was great because she, here's this little girl that's like, wait, what's going on?
It's hard for me because
Because you usually interact with the kids.
I love it. I love interacting with the kids.
But that one was great because
Yeah.
it was, and this little girl was old enough to understand. And
Yeah.
then when I explained to her, because we didn't leave her in the dark very long, she kind of looked at me. She goes, "What's his problem?" I said, "He doesn't see you, love. He doesn't see the fae or the fantastic. He doesn't believe."
Yeah.
And she was just like, "Oh, that must be sad." And I think at some point she was like, "Santa must think he's on the naughty list."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Oh God."
Now we're bringing Santa Claus into this.
I
I'm
was
like, wow.
"Go for the jugular, kid. Go for the jugular."
I'm like, I started feeling like crap. I'm like,
It was awesome. But that's one of those things. Again, there's friction in there because
Yeah.
we created. He doesn't see them. I see them, and it does play out pretty interesting because we don't play it like, they're gonna mess with him. There is a fairy that messes with him, Super Dippin' Dots.
yes.
That will mess with him, and it's funny to watch that happen because I've seen her take his coin purse and throw it on the ground. I've seen her knock his hat, move the staff,
like, what
your
happened?
walking cane, your
Yeah.
walking stick. I've seen that
Yep.
happen. So I mean, it's great because when you have that nuance that's in the character, people outside of us don't know that. So it's important that, again, knowing your partner
Yep.
and knowing the friction that exists there, you can play off of it and go, hey, this guy can't see you.
Right.
Now, if I could only get him not to see the mushroom people.
Just the mushroom people. I just don't get it.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's okay.
I'm beyond the mushroom.
Although I would pay somebody if they showed up as Rufus the Bone Fairy.
Oh, dude.
You know how weird that would be?
That would be awesome.
That would be great. I'm Rufus the Bone Fairy.
But see, I would see him
How would you see him?
because he's my great
Yeah, that makes sense.
great grandfather.
That makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
As the story in Santa Fe went.
Yes. We had fun with that one this year.
That was pretty good.
We were
That
part
was
of the
pretty
opening
good.
show.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of friction there that was written into it.
Yep.
A little bit of comedic moments into it.
Yep.
But as you guys are crafting your characters, as you're crafting a scene, make sure that you add just a little bit of element, not hatred. Hatred's bad.
Yeah. I hate them. I mean, it's like I don't hate the mushroom people. I just don't understand the mushroom people.
No.
But
But the mushroom people hate him.
they do. I'm sure they do. They're like, it's that guy.
It's cottage cores,
Yeah, something. I don't know.
mushroom core.
But yeah, I mean, find someone, and you can, use, Rob and I, or you can use, another, cast member.
Yeah.
And go, oh, that would be my, I would, that would be my friend. Especially if you're like, I just had,
A stinky noble.
yeah, no, I had something in my head and it just went out that way. But anyway,
This happens a lot,
If
folks.
you were a character that had a horse, then obviously the blacksmith would be a friend of yours.
Well, actually,
know,
if you were selling, if
so-
you were a horse trader,
yeah,
your whole friends could be the entire court.
it could be. It could
If you are well known as, if you're like
Right.
a well known,
I'm just saying, if you're a guy riding,
Oh, okay.
coming to the fair, you're riding
Oh,
a
yeah,
horse,
yeah, yeah.
then obviously the innkeepers, the blacksmith.
Ooh, we haven't had a stable master.
No.
That would be cool,
I would say shepherdess, but they don't last.
right?
Yeah. Come dressed as a goat. No one's going to catch you. We. That was too much, wasn't
That
it?
was bad. Dude.
Was that bad?
That was bad.
It's true,
A
though.
goat or a sheep,
Yeah. I mean, you come dressed as a sheep, free your
You got free range.
free range.
Yeah.
Free range sheep.
Free range. Kind of like the kids.
But I mean, I'm not lying.
No, you're
that's
not.
the way it goes.
You're not.
But yeah, something like that, and then you would go, okay, well, then, you could just go, yeah, I heard about, there's horse thieves in the area.
Ooh.
And
Really?
well,
Do tell.
I'm a guy with a horse, so I want to make friends with the stable master, with
Yeah.
the blacksmith,
Yeah.
take care of my horse.
Or you
know.
could even make friends with Skidmark.
You could, yeah,
because now you're paying Skidmark, the local beggar.
I mean, even the sheriff, is corrupt as he is, go, hey, can you keep a watch over my, over my horse? Well, yeah, you got to bribe him, but he'll do it.
Right?
Maybe.
Ooh, you know what we should do? We should just walk around with some reins. Here, hold this.
I'm gonna let you hold the reins.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
That could be fun. But yeah, that's you have got to find a reason for your character to exist. And more often than not, instead of coming up with this grandiose thing, like I'm a king, come up with something that gives your character nuance or not nuance, uniqueness.
Yeah. Make it tangible.
Yeah.
Not
everybody could be an assassin.
No.
And if you are an assassin, don't tell people you're an assassin.
Yeah, because an assassin wouldn't say they're an assassin.
Oh yeah. No, I'm a car thief.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm walking through a car lot. I'm a car thief.
I mean, kind of like we said, the pirates.
Yeah.
No one's going, I'm a pirate. No,
Right.
you're not.
Or you wouldn't necessarily walk through the village going, I'm a Frenchman.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like we came up with, we're nautical merchants.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
That exactly what that.
That's right. And all the pirates are just my cousins. It's a
Yeah,
family reunion.
yeah, it's a family reunion.
Yeah.
Second cousins, twice removed on my mother's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like we have gotten to a point where I would wager to say that anything that anybody threw at us, we could kind of bounce off of it.
Generally, yeah.
There's a couple of moments where you're gonna stump us for a quick second.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to recover as quickly as possible.
Of course.
But we would love it if we were as the Rascals, as your Lord Robert Adelborn III and Captain Yen Sheng. If you came in and you said, we're friends.
Oh, are we?
Okay, you don't have to say outright we're friends, but come up to us in a friendly demeanor.
Yeah.
Or you could even go so far as turning around and saying, you know what? I don't like your character because, and especially with my character, you're different.
Or they're Dutch.
They're weird.
Yeah. I mean, because if someone comes in as a Dutch character,
oh yeah,
then we have instant issues.
That's true. Dutch or Portuguese.
Yeah.
I would have instant issues with those people.
Because that's a lot of our Rob and I's thing is when we talk about the other side of our characters.
Mm-hmm.
When we're out on the ship, we're always pillaging a Dutch freighter. The poor Dutch. We pick on the Dutch a lot.
Pillaging. It's more
plundering.
No, not plundering.
Liberating.
No.
We killed everybody on the ship.
We have
Rob.
salvage rights.
Yeah, but we killed everybody.
Dude, that doesn't matter. The ship was empty. Like there was no one aboard the ship alive.
Was this before or after we threw him over?
You're splitting hairs.
Okay, I got you.
You're splitting hairs. All right.
All right. Yes. So
salvaging.
At one point, the ship was
Salvaged.
Salvaged.
There you
Yes.
go.
Okay, got you.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Salvage
That was-
rights.
Salvage rights. Yeah.
Because we are privateers. We're
We
not
are-
really.
We actually really are.
We are not pirates because the king has conscripted us to transport his troops
True.
across the channel to England, or to France.
Yes, that did happen.
So we are now privateers.
Allegedly.
Right.
Theoretically.
I'm going to end up drafting
The
letters,
yeah.
the letters of marque.
Just trying to make us legal.
Oh no!
I got it.
And I'm going to carry them.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to carry them because I'm actually going to draft them out, like on parchment paper, and have His Majesty sign them.
Oh yeah, he has to.
We'll make a big thing of it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
A big thing. We'll do it during Pirate Weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be a good way to do it. You know, when you hoist the
yeah.
colors, and then the king comes down and conscripts us as privateers instead.
Yeah, that could be.
That'd be a great way to play that out. Yeah.
Oh, or we do it before.
And then we sell out all the pirates. I like the way you think.
No, I didn't say that. That was him. I didn't say that. I like you guys. Wow, dude.
What?
I mean, yeah, that's gonna happen.
I mean, it's the pirate way.
of course, but you don't tell them that.
Oh, cover your ears.
We'll edit that out later.
La 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 la. Wait.
Forget that last
you
part.
Ready? You ready?
So yes, we're getting along with all the pirates.
All the pirates are our friends.
They're friends.
We're creating friction right now.
But yeah, no. I mean, perfect example though. You know,
Yeah.
that would be yeah. You know, get it done earlier
and even then, you know, historically, you would look at we talked about Tortuga, we talked about different pirate ships. A lot of the pirates during the golden age of piracy did not really like each other.
No.
But they set foot on Tortuga. Tortuga was neutral grounds. You weren't allowed to no violence on the grounds. You couldn't do it in the harbor or anything like that. So it was a uneasy peace.
Yes.
Which I find that more intriguing.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're a pirate, I'm a pirate, and we're all trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
There's only so many ships to go around.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. There's only so much Spanish doubloons.
this is true.
Yeah. Dibs.
Yeah. No, you don't get dibs.
I called it.
You don't
Yeah,
even
I
like
just
Spanish.
called it. I know. I like their treasure, though.
Oh, okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And remember, it's salvaging rights. Even if I emptied the ship, it's salvage rights.
Okay. No, I got you.
Vacated the living from the vessel, if you will.
Yes, we did.
That's now how I'm going to start saying that.
We have vacated the living
Instead
from
of a hostile, better yet, it was a hostile takeover where we vacated the living from the ship, and then we salvaged what was left because they left it behind.
the living became unalive.
No, I don't like that. It's too simple. So you got to be, we got to still be eloquent.
Of course.
So,
and stupid.
Vacating the living.
Yes.
Yes.
I like it. All right.
Or
We're gonna go with that.
Or freeing them from the burden of life.
Oh, that's eloquent.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes. Liberating them from the burden of
Liberating
life.
from the shackles of life.
Yes.
All right, I got it.
And again, creating friction, folks. Somebody's gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, "What the hell is wrong with these two?"
Oh, I'm pretty
we
sure.
don't have time for that. That's another episode.
That's a whole other episode.
Tune in next time where the Renaissance Rascals are on the therapy couch. It's right there.
We're gonna find a therapist.
I don't think we can pay somebody enough.
No,
That ain't happening.
they give us our money back.
Yeah,
No,
actually,
you
they
guys.
Yeah. I can't do
Too many issues. There's
can't
nothing
do.
I can do for you.
And at that point, the therapist now has friction with us.
Yes.
So, end of result, the moral of the story, kids, make sure that you are building your character. I don't care if it is a character for your next D&D group, or maybe it's your character for your next festival or next performance, or maybe you're an aspiring playwright.
Yes.
Your characters need to have friction. It doesn't necessarily need to be hatred. It could just be dislike. It could be, I don't like the way he dresses.
Yeah.
and it could just be a mere sneering, if you will.
Right.
Versus the outright, die! You know, so have a little bit of fun with it. You can build those characters that are the stabby guy.
Right.
But you could also build characters that are just like begrudgingly helping one another.
Yes.
Kind of like, you know, like this.
This guy.
You know, begrudgingly. I'm the only tech guy in the building.
I'm the talent.
Less.
Whatever. Talent.
Folks, that is this episode, because I'm going to tell you what, man, this is probably about an hour and 15 minutes now, and we are just having fun. We just vamped on for an hour on friction.
It's generally what we do, though.
You know, the great thing is, with this new format, I don't have to worry about putting graphics up there.
No.
Because we're actually aiming to be an audio podcast as well as a podcast.
Yes.
So this cuts down on us. Oh, look at the screen. It's up there. No, instead, what's on the screen is me and this idiot. Yeah, see? There he is. He knows that. Good boy.
Thanks. Jerk off. Whatever, dude.
All right. Anyway, that's been this episode where we're talking about friends, allies, and enemies.
No, friends.
Frenemies.
Friends, enemies, and frenemies.
Yeah, that works.
Friction.
Good fiction has it.
Yes.
If
in
it
your
doesn't,
pants is not good.
No. And not everybody can kill the king. Dibs.
No. You can't kill the king.
I called dibs on it.
You can't do it.
Hey, dude, if I call dibs on it, they can't do it.
Well, that's true.
See? So dibs.
All right, fine.
All right?
All right. Rob's not going to kill the king.
And the Princess of Ireland, dibs. Yeah. What's up? What's up?
You couldn't control that.
No, I'm not trying to control it.
Please.
I just don't want anybody else to try to control it.
She'll beat you up.
Maybe.
Totally.
I think I'm faster than her.
Probably.
Yeah. So I'm good. And I can climb.
Well, you better hope she can't.
I just throw a Scotch egg. What? It's yours. It's okay.
Yeah.
I still have mine. I still have mine.
No, whatever.
Or I just put you in the way and then she'll stop.
Thanks.
She'll just move out of the way.
Stop. Oh, there she goes. Yeah.
Now, that's we'll help you guys out. We'll come up with some more ideas on origin stories for your characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
that's really where it all starts.
Yeah.
You know, is
just trying to help you guys go back build that character from ground zero and take them up.
Yeah.
And then always remember, and then there's going to be another episode next week, so make sure you tune in for that one. We're going to be talking with a couple of our friends from the Crimson Mark.
We are.
And some of the shenanigans that we were forced into this last summer.
Oh, that's true. There were shenanigans.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. I had a good time.
It was fun.
I got a kiss. I got to kiss a girl.
Oh.
At least I think it was a girl.
Yeah.
It was wearing clown makeup.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awkward.
It was weird.
We sang a song to a pretty girl.
Wearing clown makeup.
And a clown.
Yeah.
That was two separate things.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. What else did we do? Oh, yeah. We'll tell you guys all about that in the next episode.
It'll be fun.
We're gonna recap that with one of our good friends from the fleet, and we're gonna have some more fun with that.
It'll be a good time.
A fellow captain too.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah. She is captain.
Yes, she is. So tune in for that one next Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day that is.
It should be Wednesday.
It should be a Wednesday. I think it is Wednesday.
We
do our
Wednesdays.
lives on Thursdays.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what we do. We've always done our lives on Thursdays.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because Jeff doesn't like you.
Well, I know.
Jeff from corporate. He's got.
I don't like Jeff either.
Yeah. I don't know what you did to him. Anyway, guys, it's been wonderful hanging out with you for this last hour. We look forward to the next one. I'm Rob.
I'm Keith.
And we are
the Renaissance Rascals.
See you guys later on.
Bye-bye now.
And it's not going to do it again.
It's not going to do it again.
No.
We're still here.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Oh, goodbye now.
That was the wrong button. He's got him labeled wrong.
Well, yeah. Way to go, Steve.
Can't fire the guy.
No, we really can't.
No, Jeff does not want him fired. I think him and Margaret are actually doing something.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that's they're married or something.
Yeah, it could be.
It's
I don't know what's going on with
ridiculous.
It's silliness.
All righty. Well, we're out of here because I got to take a phone call.